on about that and his relationship with President Trump. That's coming up.
Balanced news and severe weather coverage. This is Fox 11 News at 9.
The polls are closed, and after a hectic 48 hours, millions in the state did make it for Wisconsin's spring election.
I knew they would change that.
Were you okay with it?
Sure. Today is the day we're supposed to vote. We're supposed to vote.
At Green Bay East High School, a line of voters snaked its way outside the school. Some people waiting hours to cast their ballot in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic.
I hate to say that there's no need for this, but voting is one of our most important rights as Americans, and for some of us, this is the only opportunity we have to do it because, like I said, the absentee ballots haven't come in.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. In-person voting did take place today despite several attempts by Governor Tony Evers to postpone or push back the election.
The lines have been long in Green Bay as some are still waiting to vote. Fox 11's Ben Krumholtz has been monitoring Green Bay's two polling locations and joins us now live from Green Bay West High School this evening. And Ben, it looks like voters are still in line out there.
Yeah, Mark, plenty of people still here. In fact, the line wraps into the parking lot around and ends on the other side of the school, which is about a city block's length away. Now, the rule is if you're in line at 8 o'clock, you get to vote. Seeing how the polls have been closed for an hour, these people have been waiting at least an hour and in most cases likely much longer. We're routinely heard of wait times in Green Bay being today at least 2 hours, 3 hours, and up to 4 hours. Tonight, we have balanced coverage on whether these long waits actually could have been prevented. Talking with Green Bay voters who had been waiting in line for hours, one common complaint kept coming up.
Having more places open.
Could have been, a little bit more polling stations open.
Green Bay West and East High Schools were the city's only two polling locations, down from the normal 31. The city downsized, saying it didn't have enough poll workers. Last week, Mayor Eric Genrich told the city council that coronavirus fears dropped poll worker numbers from 270 to 17. Brown County Clerk Sandy Juneau says she called Genrich Sunday night to see if the city wanted any Wisconsin National Guard soldiers to help out at no extra cost to the city.
He specifically stated that they did not need them.
Juneau says Alloway and Hobart also declined help, so she spread the 150 soldiers to the county's other 21 municipalities. Juneau says even before offering National Guard help, she expressed concern to Green Bay's clerk about the city only having two polling locations.
We felt it wasn't sufficient. She stated that that was their decision on what they had decided.
Fox 11 reached out to Genrich about the decision to decline National Guard help, but we haven't heard back. In last week's council meeting, Genrich said community members also volunteered to work the polls.
And we very much appreciate that, but of course they haven't been trained, so that's an additional issue for our clerk's office to work through.
I think that's silly that they declined the help. I mean, if the National Guard's willing to provide their services, they should definitely be able to help.
Does that make an ounce of sense? Pack more people in a smaller area rather than spread people out, have less congestion, get people in and out from voting.
Brown County Clerk Sandy Juneau says Green Bay is the only municipality that she is aware of in the county that had extremely long lines like the one that's still out here tonight. She says her office received plenty of calls all day long and the only complaint was about Green Bay. Again, people are still out here voting. The rule is if you're in